Welcome back to the Clydesdale Fitness and Friends, everyone. We are up again late on the East Coast covering the CanWest Games that just concluded out in Vancouver. Our correspondent is on her way back to the Airbnb. She'll be jumping on soon. And then we are hoping to have a few guests again tonight. But you know what's really cool, Kat?
What's up?
We need to look at this leaderboard because there's something really cool that happened.
Are you wanting me to pull it up?
Well, I can, or either way. Do you want me to, or I have it up already?
Yeah, you can pull it up if you want.
Okay. So. Here we go.
I'm in my living room.
So I have this up with the last three events. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
And this is the overall standings.
This is easier to see.
Do you know what the first three people on that list have in common?
They've all been on our show.
Yeah, they all came on this weekend.
There we go. We've talked to all of them before.
Yeah.
And we've talked to Annika for years. And we've talked to Hattie since before semis. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and Gabriella's the same.
They're all friends of the show.
Yeah, and then they all came on. Hattie and Gabrielle came on Friday. Annika's been on both nights. So It must be good luck to come check in with us on a competition weekend.
Yeah, I recognize a couple other names there in that top 10 too that we've talked to before and they're friends of the show. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so the podium is Annika Greer first, Hattie Canio second, Gabriella Spence is third, Allison Scudds fourth, and Amy Hoskins fifth. And Annika finished with a second and a first today. Same with Hattie Canio. They seem to be going back and forth pretty much all weekend. So that's how it ended up. Annika, Hattie, Gabrielle, there's your podium for the CanWest Games. On the men's side, sure. There it is. We finished up with Chandler Smith in the top spot, James Sprague second, Mitchell Stevenson third, Jack Farlow fourth, and Lionel Franco fifth. Yeah, pretty good top five there. We've talked to most of these people as well, with the exception of Chandler, which we have been efforting for years. So if anybody knows Chandler, let him know. We're trying to get him on the show. And it's funny, they finished the day. They started the day on Sell Your Soul Cycle, and they finished in the exact order that they finished for the competition. And then on the last event, it shook up a little bit. James Sprague won that event. Chandler Smith came in fifth, and Mitchell Stevenson came in third. But Mitchell Stevenson had a third and a third today, which really kind of vaulted him up and solidified that fourth place position.
Yeah, I was going to say, what was Mitchell yesterday? I don't remember, but I don't think he wasn't top three, right?
So he finished the day in third.
No, yeah, I know that. I meant yesterday. Oh, he did yesterday too.
Yeah, yesterday.
So the leaderboard didn't change.
Nope. Jack finished fourth and fourth today, so it pretty much stayed the same.
Interesting.
So those are your leaderboards.
Did you get to see any videos of the workouts?
So I watched a little bit of Heat 1 in the Sell Your Soul Cycle. And
so Sell Your Soul Cycle,
to see any of the elites.
Scott was on day 1. So I think you
sorry.
Punch the Clock, right? Or in the trenches, the chipper.
Yeah, in the trenches.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was
the chipper was the box jump overs and the burpee muscle ups.
Burpee bar method.
What was the other thing?
Strict handstand push-ups, 200 foot tank, torque tank, and then back through.
Excuse me, I'm so tired. And then sandbag
with
cleans
finishing
at
with
the end.
a sandbag clean, yeah.
Yep.
At the 15-minute cap.
I saw Mitchell Stevenson do it, and I mean, aside from the sandbag cleans, he didn't look tired at all, like at all. And I noticed that James Sprague, his kryptonite in that workout were the handstand push-ups. That's really where he sort of fell behind on both the front end and the back end of that workout. Chandler Smith, I want to say, might have even gone unbroken on his first set, and almost unbroken on his second set. Mitchell had like a pretty steady, like he did like 8 or 11 and then broke up into smaller sets. But poor James was doing like threes at a time, I think. He was really, that seemed to be where his, the bottleneck was for him on that workout. So all
Those
good
long
information
levers,
for
it
him.
cannot be
Yeah.
easy. We talked about yesterday there not being risers on the pull-up bars.
Hmm.
And I was told earlier today that they actually built risers overnight. So if you saw the wooden like boxes that were out there,
Hmm.
those were all built by volunteers overnight.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Yeah, because I mean, the ladies definitely needed them. The bars didn't look too tall. They definitely weren't 8 feet, I don't think. Um, but yeah, I mean, at 5'2", like I know Annika's my height, she would have needed something even if they were like 7 feet tall. So interesting.
Yeah, it looked odd, like it was a burpee box step up into a muscle up.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, and I noticed that the judges too on that final heat with the men, like Chandler's judge was making him flip sides every time he did a burpee and a bar muscle up. The first one he had to be facing like away from the crowd, and then the second one he had to be doing it in the opposite direction, which I thought was odd. And then everybody else, like Mitchell and James, were just facing the rig. They had their back to the audience like the whole time. It was very weird. And yeah, so there was definitely like some inconsistencies there. I don't know if it played into, timing and placement and things like that, but it looked weird to me when I was watching. Oh boy.
oh, here we go. We're starting early tonight.
Brace yourself, guys. Logan and Annika are on their way in.
Are we in the
So it
show
looks
now?
like they're still. You are live.
We can't see ourselves.
We're walking. It's difficult.
Yeah.
You are in the show.
Amazing.
Yeah, the height difference is a little bit of a problem right now.
The what, sorry?
It looks like Annika's walking in a ditch.
It's because she's really short.
It's just because I'm short. Hey.
This is the only time this weekend that I'm okay with her walking into me. She just did it on accident all weekend, but she doesn't walk.
Apparently, I don't walk very straight, and he's not the first person to tell me this. Mom can attest to this. Everybody can attest to this.
It's like we'll be walking, and then all of a sudden, I just get bumped, and I'm like, and then she's like veers right, and then she comes back and bumps again. And I'm like, dude.
Hey, but I handstand walk straight, so it's fine.
I don't know if that's good that you can't walk good on your legs, but you can on your hands. I don't know. I'm
gonna step into my dad.
She's gonna step into her dad.
So
we have
Annika, congratulations.
We have the 2 winning Greers here.
Yeah, Greer sweep.
Greers.
They say congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
How are you feeling?
So the Greer sweep.
Yes, sir.
How cool is it that you get to celebrate with your mom?
It is pretty dope. This was her first competition individual ever, so I think she crushed it. But yeah, it's pretty sweet to both come home with the dub.
You seem to push all the Annika type stuff away yesterday and today.
The what? Sorry,
all the typical Annika stuff got
the
kind
curse.
of
The
taken
curse is
care
gone.
of.
Got pushed onto me, so
Curse is gone.
Oh yes, you mean I thought? Yeah, yes.
You're so bad at holding
I'm
the phone.
sorry.
She holds it the wrong direction. I'm sorry.
We're currently walking to our car, trying to go get food, but we don't know where our car is. So we can walk slower. We're just chilling. Yeah, no, I I got rid of all of the glitches and bumps in the road, got all the nerves and all the yuckiness out on the first day. And I think it's funny, I felt the same way at Wodapalooza. Like once I hit my stride and once like the freight train kind of finds its tracks, like I'm good. Like I don't know how else to put it, but it's like I kind of hit my stride and then like I just kind of like know I'm good. Like I can execute and the results will come. But I think it just took me a day to kind of find my tracks, and that just kind of comes with experience, So we're just going to keep these in-person comps coming, and sooner rather than later, it won't take me a full day to find my tracks,
Right.
The purple-haired, heavy lifting, what else was there? Stair falling machine was rolling today.
Yes.
So how much confidence do you have now after getting a W in an in-person adult
I'm in
competition?
the middle of what? Oh.
I want to be on the podcast.
Hey, we got
What's
the whole
up, Brett?
here now.
Hey, what's up?
Brett,
My man, how are you? Hey,
Hey
Scott.
guys, hey Brett.
What's going on? Good to see you.
congratulations,
Yeah.
team.
Hey,
Yeah.
big W. Yeah, big W.
Hey, big W.
Yeah, big weekend. Big weekend.
Big rings for this team. The PEI squad plus Logan and Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper's.
Very awesome.
West side.
No, it is this one here.
Yeah, there you go. See, they can't do it.
I'll answer before she continues. She's very grateful for the experience. I don't know.
Wait, sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, once again, the worst people to have on ever. What was the question?
Question was, how is your confidence level now that you get a W in an adult competition in person?
I think for me, so it's funny. This was the very first time I had ever won a competition, like ever. I've like even local comps. Like, I mean, I know I haven't done that many competitions, but just like local ones when I was younger, I'd come second at one individual one, came third at another. Like I've never even won a local comp. So that was pretty cool. But I think for me, like confidence more comes from training and preparation. There's kind of different levels to my confidence, I suppose, but it definitely has built more assuredness in my in how I compete, I suppose. It's made me.
I was getting roasted about English the other night. Come on.
I'm trying to find the right word. I don't know if confident is the right word, but I guess it makes me feel more confident in my ability to compete how I want, so it makes me more confident in being able to avoid situations like I had on the first day. And I think the results come what I have learned, like I did after I won that event at Wodapalooza. The next day, like that train kept rolling. I think every time, like when I have experiences like that, it's just every time it's like coming a little sooner, and I don't have to mess up as much before I kind of hit my stride. So it's a process, and I think it's never ending in a sense, but it's definitely a step in the right direction to where I want to be, if that makes sense. It's okay, my feet can get wet. That was a really long answer. Long loop-de-loops there.
So what are you guys doing to celebrate tonight?
We're going to go get sushi right now. Then we're going to get Ben & Jerry's. And then we're probably going to get into a couple beers.
Or like more than a couple.
Or we might die on the road.
Or we might get stranded looking for a car.
Yeah. Several options. Oh, downhill.
And we're
Oh,
going
my
to pretend
Oh my
we're going to
God.
pretend that Annika's old enough to drink, right? When we say
She
we're
is
having beers.
Y'all,
in
He is in
Canada.
Canada.
you guys are like the only country that has a legal drinking age over like 19. Like Europe is like 18, like.
Yeah, so she's legal.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. She's all good.
Yeah.
She won't
I
get in
wouldn't
trouble.
say
I
it.
remember
wouldn't
in
say
high
that
school
if I-
crossing the border
I
so I could drink.
Pardon?
I remember in high school crossing the border so I could drink.
Oh my God, that's funny. That's awesome. Oh, Dad found it. We found our
We're
car.
back to downhill.
Oh no.
So what I'm going to do, Logan, is I'm going to put you on mute for a little bit. It looks like Hattie's trying to come in, and we want to talk to Catherine just for a little tiny bit. So I'm going to
I
mute
met
you
her
while
today.
you're
we
getting
finally
into the
saw
car.
her. We finally saw her.
We met her.
Yay.
All right, guys.
Poor Catherine.
So I'm going to mute you just for now.
That's how.
So what's up, Catherine? How are you?
Oh, tired. It was a lot of thinking and times and heat times and watching everybody, but it was awesome. It was a great weekend
And
all in all.
and Hattie, if you can hear me, it looks like your device is trying to connect, but we don't have a full connection to bring you in. If you can hear me. Okay. Now with that, go ahead, Catherine. We talked earlier today about, I want you to talk about the speech that Mike gave before the award ceremony.
It was great. It was honest. There was definitely things that sort of went wrong, but every day was massive improvements. And he spoke and said there were bumps in the road, like they had pulled crew that had never really done CrossFit and stuff into judging just to cover lanes to get things going. And just was really open and honest about the bumps in the road that they had. And he said that they spent like regrouping about 2 to 3 hours every night, solving things, seeing what they could put in place. And you could see the improvements day over day. And he's just really positive about the future. And I'd say that's probably really realistic. Like, I know I was a group with about 10 athletes, and people are talking about coming back next year and stuff. So I think all in all, super positive vibe on the exit, and just owning that there were bumps in the road and there were things to fix, and the fact that they actioned on stuff quickly is amazing. Like, that's all you can hope out of anyone running any event. Like, not
Yeah,
perfection, but just improvements.
yeah, and I think we talked earlier that in the CrossFit community, if people see your effort and your intention to get better, then they're very forgiving.
Yeah. And they made significant improvements. Like, there were risers for the pull-up bars that looked like they were made probably from like yesterday to today. Like, things like that are huge in terms of people's experience. Like, the athlete experience gets improved when you have the pieces that you need to feel comfortable doing the workouts.
How did Dave do today?
Really good. He sent it on the bike snatch one. That was his favorite. He was super nervous, and he was like the first heat off at 8 a.m. But he loves biking. He actually likes like the assault bike. He's super weird. So he was super happy with how he did on that one. That was his wheelhouse one. So yeah, it was a great, and everybody that we were with had a great time, and it was awesome. Our intermediate girls trio got second. So that's super fun. And yeah, it was all in all just a great weekend. Like, it ended really well.
You sound tired.
I am exhausted. like, like we walked in and the people we're with, they're like, "So who even wanted stuff?" I'm like, I don't know. There's just been so many events and so many people. I'm like, we went and picked up some beer. All of us are gonna go down to the hot tub.
Nice.
I'm gonna turn my brain off here right quick.
Well, we just want to thank you so much for jumping on with us all weekend and being our correspondent live at the CanWest Games. You have been awesome.
Awesome, thank you. It was really fun. It was a totally new experience. I took a million photos of things, and people are like, "Oh, so you're a photographer?" I'm like, "I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just having fun doing some stuff." So
Yeah,
it's been great.
that's how you get better, and in a few years, maybe we'll make this a big thing.
There
Yeah.
you go. Future consists. We'll see. But it was a
There you
great
go.
weekend. Thanks for having me on with you guys and stuff. It was fun to be with people that really are invested in the elite field like I am. So that was fun.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Well, thank you. You've been tremendous, and thank you for the great communication. And we will talk soon
Sounds
because I
good.
want you to go have a beer and get in the hot tub.
Yes, sounds good. Okay, we'll chat later, guys.
Bye.
All right. Bye, guys. All right. We're
Let's
back
let's try
with,
to let's try to bring Hattie in and see what happens. Like, are we just gonna get?
it won't even let me
Oh, it
try.
won't even let her. Okay, I sent her a note.
Yeah, I did too.
You guys found the car.
Yes, we
We
did.
did do that, yes.
All of our
Okay.
phones are like dead, and we have like 4%. So we're luckily the Greer parents are finding the sushi place for us.
I love it. So Logan, how was your last day?
It's all right. kind of, well, not kind of. I got my knee pretty good on the second box jump over the workout, just like a meniscus thing. But honestly, I was still happy-ish with the way I finished on that one, and then just kind of, I thought I was going to be fine on the final. Because that last one should have been really good for me. Honestly, both of them today should have been. Just kind of missed a little bit. I mean, it is kind of is what it is.
Sure. What are your plans moving forward in terms of, do you have another event that you're looking to do?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I have an invite to MetCon Rush next month, but gonna have to think about that one long and hard. I don't know. I still have to stay fit just in case any of the Independence guys get hurt, but I don't think that's gonna happen, hopefully. But we'll see. I mean, probably maybe do the Wadapalooza qual.
Oh, you're in a dead zone.
Wall of fire.
I think that's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't know. Well, we're waiting for. I didn't know he was an alternate for the Independence team.
We good?
Yeah, we're starting to get you back. I didn't know you were an alternate for the Independence team.
Yeah, I'm sure I told you, but it was in like a lot of words going at you. So.
Yeah.
Are you gonna?
Sure it was.
I went up to Jack today and I was like, "Hey man, I appreciate your answer on the podcast last night." And then he was
Oh. That's the quietest Logan's ever been.
I know, right? Look. He's probably talking and wondering why we're not responding.
Yeah, I love Logan. I want to see him succeed. I wonder what his next steps are to elevate his game to that next tick up.
Yeah.
Because I think he's only like 20.
I wonder if he's going to be heading out to Madison for the games.
We back on.
3.3.
Oh, now he's back.
Okay.
So we lost you again.
Yeah, anyways, so I told Jack that, and then after he asked, he's like, he points out the guy that runs the event. He's like, "That's the guy to ask." And I was like, "All right." And he's like, "Can you do it?" Sure. Like, I don't mind talking to people. I'll go do it.
So what did you end up doing?
Yeah, you cut out on that
Like,
part of
then
the story.
we stayed. Oh, I went and asked the guy for him because I'm a good friend and I like to talk to people, and I don't think he is as outgoing as me. I don't think a lot of people are.
Jack had a question and you were like his spokesperson?
Yeah. And it was like, I mean, that guy was cool with him. Like, I saw the guy talking to him a lot, but hey, not everybody's an open book like me.
So I want to ask Logan, like we love you, right? You're like one of the friends of the show now, and you're always welcome here. What do you need to do to take your game that one tick up to move up into that more elite level?
Honestly, get stronger is number one, and I'm gonna start that as soon as I get back into training, which should be pretty soon. Like, I'm not beat up at all from this, mentally or physically. But then, I mean, just keep hammering Metcons. Like, the 8 to 12 minute range is not my strong spot. Like, any longer events, like, those are my jam. And then, like, any cardio stuff. So, and my gymnastics is pretty good. But just hammer that time range and get stronger, really.
And are you going to stick it out at Mayhem for a while?
That's the plan.
It's just too many turns. It's too far away.
Yeah, that's the plan right now.
Are you going to head to Madison?
Still up in the air. If I can find a place for sure, like, to stay, then yes. But if not.
Well, if you make it out there, man, you'll have to hang out with us for a little bit.
You guarantee I would. I'd probably talk your ear off again.
Yeah, we'd appreciate it. And so, Annika, you're laying low for a little bit until Madrid?
Yeah, I just time to get really fit again. Put my head down for a little bit, you know.
You'll clearly be taking a few days off maybe this week, chilling, or what?
Oh yeah, we're staying. I am not Logan. I'm staying in BC until Wednesday. So we have a couple days here to chill, kind of recoup, and then probably my main training partner in Florida, Esteban, is actually coming to PEI for a bit to train with Brett because he's probably going to start working with him.
Nice.
So then once I get back, we're just gonna get a big ol' slap in the face back into fitness.
I love it.
And then Madrid is when?
Madrid is September 11th to the 13th. Yeah, something like that. Maybe the 9th.
Okay.
Maybe the 9th to the, I don't know, something like that. Early September.
Are you making that a longer trip, or are you just going for that and coming back?
No, that will be kind of like my second mini off season. Again, my season is slightly more broken up than most people, so Mama's gonna come with me, and we're gonna have a little wee vacation after that. Hang out. Europe's a pretty cool place to be for a couple more days, so we'll stay for a little bit longer and head to a different city and hang out there for a bit before we get back into like the 2023 season.
Okay, that'll be great.
So, what are your plans for the 2023 season? When is that all going to shake out?
I mean, I guess the first competition of the 2023 season is the Open, right?
Yep.
Is that before Wadapalooza or is that after Wadapalooza?
After.
Oh, it's after. Okay, so Wadapalooza
After.
first. I would count Wadapalooza as kind of the kickoff, I guess, and then the Open. Because Wadapalooza feels like 2023, you know? Like, that doesn't feel like the end of this season. That feels like next season. So, yeah, I'll already be in Miami. I'll be there in December, and then Wadapalooza, then the Open, and then quarters, and then semi. Just point A, point B, point C, and then point D, faux show.
So I guess that's what I was kind of alluding to is the Miami move. That's going to start in December. And we lost him again.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, Annika's moving to Miami to train for the 2023 season, and she's going to be based out of Peak 360 Fitness, correct? Peak 360?
Sorry,
Peak.
we just lost you again.
Yes, you're training at Peak.
That's okay.
I know, but she has something.
You're going to train
So
for the 2023 season in Miami at Peak 360, correct?
Yes, yeah.
It sort of says weird. No, go straight.
Is Brett going with you? Is he still coaching you?
Of course. He is not going with me. No, he has a girlfriend and a family and a life on PEI, and he would not root his life up for me to move to Miami. But no, but he will still 100% be my coach. And that was one of the tricky things about finding a spot for me to train full time was there's lots of athlete camps, but they all train under the same coach. And it's like Brett doesn't want a bunch of athletes. He wants like an elite female, an elite male, and like
Yeah, that makes sense. I know we lost her again, but Noah Olson trains out of that gym, but he's a training think tank athlete. And so I think
no, but like service. There we go.
There you go.
Sorry,
That's okay.
But yeah, kind of how Matt has been with Mal, like he's not going to coach a bunch of athletes. Like Brett knows his worth and he knows what he can bring to the table, and he's not going to scatter himself. So I would never leave Brett. So it's tough. Like Vegas, like loved a lot of the people down there, loved Justin, love all them, but I would never leave Brett for them. So if I were to go there, I'd be the only one not doing Kotler's programming. And same thing with like brute strength, same thing with like Invictus, so all these hubs all have the same coach. So it was kind of, honestly, Esteban is going to be really good for me because he's like my day-to-day every workout push, and then Noah will just be there for when they kind of combine and we can jump in together, which is like around once a day, just honestly for the vibes and for the experience and for the knowledge he brings, so it's a really, really good situation I have set up there.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited for you.
So last question, and then we'll let you guys go. What sushi are you ordering first?
Oh crap, what's it called?
Probably California roll for me.
No, maybe What is it called? This is driving me nuts.
Must not be that good if she
It's
doesn't.
It
kind of
is.
hard
I
because
looked
not
that
all
up.
not all sushi places call them the same thing either. You kind of
I
have to look
know,
at the
but
menu.
this is like a staple. It's like the deep fried shrimp. What's that called? That roll.
Like a rock and roll,
It
crunchy tuna.
it is shoot. My wife gets it every time.
Wait, what'd you say?
My wife gets it every time. It is a shrimp
Well, it's shrimp tempura.
Shrimp tempura.
It's good. Tempura, that's it. Shrimp tempura. Yes, love shrimp tempura. Some of the house rolls are typically good. Like we'll see what's in it. But yeah, no, I love sushi.
Do you put cream cheese in your sushi?
Do I put what? Sorry.
Cream
Have
cheese.
you ever? Would you ever order a roll with cream cheese? Okay, good. I was just checking.
No.
Just making sure.
I hate cream cheese.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for this weekend. You guys have been awesome. Go celebrate. Go have a good time. We'll stay in touch. And don't trip on your way into the restaurant.
She will.
I tripped on the way to the car, so we got it out of our system.
All right, guys. Have a good
Love
one.
you guys.
Thank you
See
so
ya.
much.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Hey,
There
Hattie.
she is.
Hello.
Somebody had another
So now
good
we're
day.
here with Hattie Canyo.
This is an awesome day.
Yeah.
Meet my friend Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
Thanks for driving.
Yeah.
Of course.
He's also in the elite division.
Awesome. Congrats.
How are you guys?
We are tired. This
Yeah.
East Coast to West Coast thing is very hard on us.
What's the time
But-
difference? What time is it?
It's almost 11.
11 o'clock here.
Yeah. Okay.
It's okay. Got to be up for work in the morning, but I love what they're doing this.
Yeah.
So podium finish.
Hell yeah.
What's awesome is the 3 women who podiumed all came on our show this weekend.
Oh, awesome.
So
Gabby.
we must be the good luck charm.
Yeah. You guys are awesome.
So a lot of firsts and seconds. So you really had a good weekend. Looking back, what did you learn from this weekend to take forward?
Well, maybe don't do like 5 competitions back to back to back to back.
Crazy.
My body's wrecked and I'm ready for a break. I just that staying composed is something that I need to do and not looking at the leaderboard. I felt really composed on a lot of those workouts, and even my mindset coach was, came up to me a couple times and was like, dude, like the way your mindset has changed is incredible, and it's just something that's really cool to see. So, and I can feel it, right? So, and then just not looking at the leaderboard was a big game changer for me, just because I know myself. And I mean, some people were like, oh, you're in second or you're in this or whatever, and that's okay. It's just when I look and I see certain girls' names beside me, and then automatically my mind goes to, oh, that girl's good at this, or this girl's good at this, or whatever, right? And I stop thinking about what I'm good at and what everyone else is. So, yeah, that's what I learned.
So does the off season start now?
Yeah. I mean, there's Wadapalooza soon, but oh man, we actually go back to Bali September 15th, and that's when Wadapalooza starts. So I don't know, we're going to Fiji first, so we'll see if I can do the qualifier, but yeah.
You are really rubbing some salt in some wounds around here. Fiji and Bali.
I know.
Come visit you guys.
Are you gonna reopen the vlog? You gonna do some more vlogging?
I want to, for sure, especially with training anyways. Yeah, do some training vlogs.
Good. Get Brandon
Is it
on that.
easier to train there?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I was talking to another girl friend who was in the elite category too, and it's easier in the sense of like I don't get distracted as much. I'm just able to put my head down, and yeah, it's not easier in the sense of how hot it is. You do not get used to that heat.
So where do you live normally? Is it in Canada?
Yeah, in Lethbridge, Alberta.
Okay. So you're not, yeah, that's a big difference to the, like down by the equator.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of swimming training in there?
In Bali, yes, we had a good place to go to. So, and it was really cool because we became friends with this girl who was on the B team for the Olympics in Ireland, and she just wanted to come swimming with us, and she kind of taught us how to swim again. So it was super cool to have her around. But
so I know I said I would I promise not to talk about the directors of the event anymore, but what we're hearing is that they made a lot of efforts to make things better throughout the weekend. And did you see that as well?
yeah, I'd say so. I think that they kind of got together, and like I said before, it's just a communication thing, right? If no one tells them what's going on, then they're never going to know. So I think it was good that people were letting them know, what's going wrong, good, and they said that they would get together every night, for 2 hours and just have a chat. So again, it's a baby, so they have to learn, right? So yeah, I feel like they did better throughout for sure.
And we kind of talked that if people can see the effort of them trying and putting the effort in, they're going to be very forgiving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
You mean the people are going to be...
Hattie's not sure about that.
Yeah, I mean, it depends what happens, but I do think, yeah, if you put an effort in it, because, I mean, something happened on the first day that kind of pissed me off, and I went up to one of them and was just telling them about it, and he's just like, I don't know if there's really much I can do about it except, do better. That's all I can say. And I was like, okay, yeah, then do better, please. And then it's kind of an ongoing joke that anytime he see me, he's like, oh, like, you got a dispute? I'm going to have someone else talk to you so you don't come at me. I'm like, hey.
Oh, that's funny.
It's all fun and games, but...
Did you win money?
Either she hit a bad spot or didn't want to answer your question.
I did. No, I answered. I did.
You broke up a little bit. So you did win some money. Would you do this competition again, Hattie? Would you do it again next year? Well, hopefully next year you're going to be on your way to the CrossFit Games, so you won't be able to do it.
Yeah. I'll be at the CrossFit Games, so yeah. No more CanWest for me. It was a good ride. Yeah.
One and done.
One and done.
Yeah. I did it before the pandemic happened, but I mean, they knew what they were doing back then, so it was a little more well organized, but yeah.
Well, we just want to thank you so much for taking some time out. Congratulations on second place finish. That is awesome. And you're going to have a fun off season, way more fun than me, in Fiji and Bali. And make sure you post a lot of pictures to Instagram so we can all be jealous.
I will for sure. And like I said, you guys can come visit anytime.
Oh, I'm seriously thinking about that. We'll see. Be in touch. We will be in touch for sure. And hopefully we'll see you at Wadapalooza.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'll never miss Wadapalooza again.
Yeah, it's a party.
It is.
Bye, Brandon.
Bye.
See you, bud.
Drive
Bye.
safe. Have a good night.
You too, or have a good night and a good sleep.
See ya.
Yeah.
Oof. That's awesome. Good. Well, she won some money, and it wasn't her first time there. And assuming, I think Annika and she both, if they qualify for the CrossFit Games, that will be their last CanWest, unless CanWest changes the date.
Yeah. And I don't think they are. I think Catherine told me they were already kind of announcing that they would be back at the same time next year.
Mm-hmm.
And that they were going to try to do better next year after all the stuff they learned.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and it's a nice opportunity for people that, were training at semifinals and didn't make it to that next level to sort of take their fitness and do something with it instead of just stopping abruptly, in June.
Yeah, and those athletes that are doing the last chance qualifier, they're fit enough to just do one more comp and maybe get some
Sure.
money and some experience before they end their season.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a cool thing. I like the timing of it, actually. I didn't at first, and I was like, oh gosh, what a lousy time to do it. But clearly there's interest, and they had so many divisions that hopefully they'll refine it for next time. I saw a lot of my judging buddies on camera, like when I was watching people's lives, like people that are from the East Coast that were at that event. So good grief.
Yeah, crazy.
I saw Niall.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of Niall. I don't know if Allison is with him, but Niall was there. I saw Folger. Yeah. It was weird. It was cool. Good for them. Very fun.
Yeah, I think, we're all out of gas. This was a fun thing to do. First time covering CanWest. Nobody else was doing it. So we thought, hey, let's see what we can do, see who we can get on. We were so lucky to have some really good guests on this weekend.
Yeah.
And it was so worth staying up for this because the audience was great with the comments. The athletes were awesome that came on, and Catherine really helped out a lot, being our eyes and ears at the event. Next year, I was told by the event organizer that they are going to live stream it.
Cool.
So that'll make it a lot more fun.
Yeah, and more people will probably cover it at that point in time, because if you can watch it, it's really easy to cover. So that was the hard part for me. Like I was like, I had Instagram on the whole time to just anytime I saw someone go live, and it was usually either Mitchell Stevenson's Instagram account or Grace Lochner's mom.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like would click on to see like who I could see and what was happening. So
yeah, I got that, and Jack Farlow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grace's mom is awesome at it. She's
very good.
As soon as they start up, she's got it up and running. But yeah, Jack actually is headed to the airport. He said if he got there in time, he would jump on, but it's not looking good for us to get him on to finish out the weekend. But
yeah,
thanks to him as well.
Yeah, he just narrowly missed a podium position at 4th place, right? And I think he won that last event, which was the thrusters and the lunging and all that heavy stuff. So he's pretty well known for that. I'm sure we'll see more of him next year.
Yeah. His training partner is pretty good at the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that pushes him in that direction, to be a little bit better. I like Jack a lot. I got to interview him in the pre-Atlas game interview, and he's really funny. And he talked, my favorite part of his interview was, I thought I sucked at handstand push-ups because my training partner is like one of the best in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And then I come to find out I'm actually pretty good at them. She's just that much better.
Really good. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I like it. Cool.
So,
all right. Well 4:25 a.m. is going to come real fast.
Yeah. I don't envy you at all. My 7 a.m. is going to come pretty fast for me. And that's 3 hours later.
I will have already taught 2 classes by then.
Well, we are going to sign off with our wrap-up shows from the CanWest Games. Thank you so much, everybody, for jumping on with us. It's been a hoot, and we'll probably keep doing this. Tomorrow, we will have 3 episodes. Yeah, because we haven't done enough this weekend. Right. Tomorrow, 3 coaches episodes. We are having Dwight Upshaw in the morning. Right after lunch, we are having Matt Torres. And in the evening, we are having Kiefer
Lammy.
That's it. Thank you.
Underdogs.
And then we have John Singleton later in the week. Justin Kotler and his wife will be on the following week. And I just reached out to Facundo and got a response. So we are scheduling time with him as well to do a little coaches series leading into the games.
Crazy. I love it. Good job.
And with that, we will see you next time on the Clydesdale Fitness and Friends.